Hi, Aries. If you want to come on in and have a seat for some symbolic support, we'll scry your ink blot in the reverse direction, reverse rorschach. If you want to take a screenshot, so you can scry in your own time and terms for shapes and symbols that speak to your psyche and psychic senses. We'll scry your ink, add on tarot and oracle, and the spirit box is kicking for any audio addition, shoutouts, receive or release freely. If you're new to me, thank you so much for being here. My name is Steph, and if you are a return subscriber, thank you so much for sharing, commenting, even if it's a little emoji or a little heart or something or other to help the algorithm. All right, Aries, I'm going to take a moment here. You're welcome to join me to close the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, letting go of the linear, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Aries, let's see what's floating around your aura. Little empathic exploration. I'm seeing somebody hold up something and give it a kiss. Might be a wee one, inner child. Not sure. Feels very, excuse me, pure emotion, and adoring. It's almost like my shadow side or subconscious, really enjoys the purity of this. If it's a small person, like a baby, or the smaller version of me, again, inner child, just looking at size, not matter, right? Okay. Let's see what else is going on here. So, is it pin the tail on the donkey? Yeah, pin the tail on the donkey I'm seeing. I'm seeing Easter Island is coming through as well. If I can share this with you guys to the best of my ability. There we go. That's where the kiss is. Pin the tail on the donkey. Easter Island is down here. I'm thinking about something. Aries, I'm thinking about earth stuff. And my fire element is holding hands. Male and female energies of the fire element. We'll call, for simplicity's sake, we'll say male and female energies of the fire. Fire can burn and fire can clear and cleanse. That harmony, they're holding hands. They're coming together. I'm getting Sagittarius vibes as well. But it makes me feel clear. I'm clear about something. Clear about my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Fact. That is a fact. That's what that felt like. I feel like an old version of me. There's forgiveness. There's forgiveness in maybe the way I've used fire or brute force. Mars energy is coming through. And by releasing it, this feels I'm have made space for something else to transform, because I'm seeing it like a transformer, which still has a lot of fire energy. And Aries, maybe that fire energy is really pertinent in your placement right now, or you're really working with that element to build something. And it's protected, not in this, oh, I'm protected. It's protected like a diamond nice. In the rough. Sorry, I'm going to keep on going here. What am I thinking about? I never did Knight of Swords. I never did. That's what it was. I was my own knight in shining armor for something. It freed it. Aries, I don't know if some of you have been going through an internal battle. I'm seeing it like a parent-child relationship, and maybe it has something to do with a boss to an employee, a parent to a child, no matter how old you are, to you and your inner child. But I'm going to keep it home in the spirit of you and your inner child, and then you can place it out there accordingly. If there is some sort of inner conflict, I'm seeing the parent and the inner child the inner parent and the inner child combative, like teenage years almost, or temper tantrums. And it's been released. It's almost like I want to say, like when the crystal ball dropped, like enough is enough. I'm doing this to myself, and I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why, as STEPH, being a guest in your aura. 5 of Cups, 7 of Wands. Yeah, it completely feels internal for me. But by all means, maybe you've seen it expressed externally. Maybe there's something happening externally that is playing out the emotions I feel inside, or the energy that is residing within me. And it's like, oh my goodness, what do I do? What do I do? But I do feel like it's been cleared. Maybe it's clearing up. 6 of Wands. Yes, it's clear. It's clearing to cleared up. Celebrate the times. Come on. I think it's good times, but nonetheless. Justice. Okay. This is what you've done for yourselves, Aries, if you're resonating in this piece of the Scry story. So thank you so much. And look at all the fire in there. It's like, what's that? Fire's burning, draw nearer, in maybe that's a religious song. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I don't even know all the words to it. Come sing it. Anyway, it's not the point. This isn't necessarily about coming out as a warrior. This is just, it feels like a fresh fire. A fresh fire. You know, if you've ever like had a fire pit, or if you live out in the country, like, you know, and you really, you re-dig it out, or you rebuild it every few years, and you're like, okay, peace. It's like a fresh fire piece, and you get to put new pieces in there. Oh my goodness, Aries. I hope you can feel what I'm feeling and sensing. Compassion for the combat that one may have been going through internally and possibly externally, but it was only externalized for you to interact with it, at least how I'm sensing, and clear it up, outside in, inside out. I'm seeing Woody Woodpecker and a bat. They're having a good conversation, though, as they're rebuilding a ladder and this transformer. More than meets the eyes. You are more than meets the eyes. It's like I'm seeing this diamond, and you know how like you can turn a diamond in like any direction, and different glimmers with the lights. There's more going on that meets the eyes. I'm seeing broccoli. Something about the brain, maybe. The brain, if anyone's been going through brain health, brain... What is that? Like mental health? Mental health? Okay, so I'm seeing the witch from The Wizard of Oz when she's on the bike. Dun, 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 dun. I want to stay. That's in the brain that I feel like I'm done with. Survival. You might have had to go through something. Fox symbology seems important as well. Aries, like that Wicked Witch of the West feeling, or the mental health of something. Like new pathways or neural pathways were activated because I had to survive. I will survive. I will survive. And now I don't want to be in survival mode. I'm done being upset about stuff. Something has been an illusion, but reflective. Within, without, without, within. It's like I've realized something. Not only just realized it, because I think, Aries, you've always realized it, or you've had some sort of inkling. But if I'm being honest, I feel like I've internalized a lot of things that aren't mine to internalize. Like I've mistaken them for reflections. Oh, that's giving me Wicked Witch of the West vibes. Like there might have been other energies trying to dominate you. Now, maybe that's the parent. Maybe that's the boss. Maybe it is your internal adult to inner child, whatever the case may be. Some place of dominance has been, and it's not about being rebellious. And I think that's the weird reflection thing of perspective. Not everything was a reflection for you. That was what the dominant energy wanted you to think. So almost like to waste your time. Brain, I got something together. Something is, yeah, Easter Island. Why is that coming through? Easter Island. Some sort of mystery. The MUSE. On an island, maybe I felt alone in this mental space. Maybe where I am, I feel alone. But I'm not alone because I am choosing to be here to kind of like clear that fire pit. Clear my fire and reestablish what I'm going to invite in. What I'm going to invite in and which illusions or illuminations I will choose to actively and passively pursue. Anticipation. And I don't know if it'll come through, but see how there's like all these tables back here? Yes, there's ink all over my hand. Sorry, not sorry. That's when it's like I'm resetting the table. Yes. What are those? Those are creepy little creatures in there. Give me 2 seconds. I can't do it with myself, but I'll try it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war. This is like, I don't know, thumb war. There is something. You have characters around you. Characters. Okay. There's something in the ground. Seeds, nuts, ideas, this, that, or the other. There's something in the ground. And I feel like I can't really allow these to come out yet or pick them or harvest them. Maybe just the harvest time isn't ready. That's what it's making me feel like. We have here Spirit of Family, Ancestor of Exile, and Dancer of Promise. I'll bring these up for you to see, sense, and feel for yourself if any of the symbolism stands out. Spirit of Family, it feels like all your characters. There might have been somebody in your family that you no longer talk to, whether it was recent or more recently, like in this present decade, to if you yourself felt exiled from family. But I do feel like you might have let somebody go. When I say family, just frequency family. It could be a family member of your DNA, or it could be work family, friend family, this, that, or the other. Somebody made a promise, and I don't think they kept it. Dancer of Lies. Dancer of Lies. Yeah. That's disappointing. It's disappointing. I'm not going to lie. That's how it feels. It's disappointing. But it illuminated your fire. I have here Hunter of Vision, which brings me back into that Sagittarius vibes. Focused. It's almost like I'm quickly going through a recap of, yep. Okay, I see, I understand. I, integrate, I interrupt things, blah, blah, blah. Whatever the case may be per Aries, right? Though those are all very personalizations. And now I'm focused. Fire and focused. But it feels good. It doesn't feel like a like I said, it doesn't feel rebellious in nature or like I got a hard on for something unnecessarily. So, all right, Aries, I'm going to keep going. I'm seeing a small stuffy that looks like an elephant. It's like I'm remembering things in a softer way because that's the memories that serve me. I'm not ignoring things. It's like I've already been through the mental combat of the bigger things. It's like when you're a child and you see things as adults do and they seem so big and everything they do is louder. You know what I'm saying? Like just in general. And now you're like, oh, you've been able to offer that perspective, and you're like, they're not that big. They're human too. You know, heroes are human too. So there's forgiveness around there, and there's something I'm remembering from when I was a child. There's something I'm remembering from when I was a child. I feel like I spoke to a spirit, and actually just as I was looking up, and I'm going to say large figure because again, I feel like I was in that position talking about being a small child to seeing an adult spirit perhaps. And it's just kind of like for, half a second. But something about that is coming back in, could be reopening to a spirit guide. Something about 4. Maybe you have 4 of them. Aries. Oh, see, I want to sit up straight as well. Like, yeah. Oh, yeah. Stand up straight. 10 of Cups is on the bottom. I'm hearing a song. At the very beginning, a very good place to start. 6 of Cups, 7 of Cups to the Wheel of Fortune. Thank you. Bring these up in case they mean anything to you. So for me, this feels like when I was just speaking about when I was a child and things seemed bigger, this, that, or the other, or even in my mind, and I make things bigger, giving other people dominance, or maybe they feel I've put them in a place of they know more, they're wiser, this, and maybe they are. But it's in some sort of context. But it doesn't mean that they're more qualified to exist. Does that make sense? Nor does it mean that they're more mentally stable or this, that, or the other. I think maybe some people just know how to alchemize. Maybe if they have, ADHD or something like that, or there is something about mental health. This all does feel very mental. I'm not going to lie, but it's with my fire, and I'm forging my fire. That's why, with metal and fire, and I'm forging, and my emotions are feeling pretty sweet. That it's like they're the handle of the new, I don't want to say weapon because that's not the right word, but this thing that I'm transforming that symbolizes my new fire, my whatever the case may be. I don't want to get stuck on it nonetheless. So I feel as though those guides from when you were young stepping in are returning, up to 4 of them. Maybe you're reestablishing a relationship with them. You're spending time quietly in your mind, and there's some physical act or conversation that I'm having that lets them know I'm acknowledging their presence, or returning their presence towards me in this new way, not to mimic how it was when I was a kid or younger, from a younger set of eyes. This is also possibly in relation to the male and female energies of myself, right? I always like to bring it home as well, if it can be. Thinking. There's some sort of alchemy going on that truly turns the wheel towards peace. What is peace for me? Aries is working on that. I want to snuggle like myself, and this isn't about like blind kindness and, Aries, you got soft. No. This feels like the alchemy of, by becoming stronger, by my forging this new knife with my fresh fire and my handle of emotions, having a handle on my emotions, and this thing being so strong,
Rest in peace.
I can slice the softest cheeses. I don't know whether I can slice the softest, I don't know, tofu or something. I can slice like brain slices. Like now I'm seeing like Big Bang Theory. Was it Amy that like slices brain? Like you can take these very subtle slices and have a very clear and a gentle way. It's not like a jagged, Saw horror movie style and you want to look into something. This is clean. This is surgical. This is beautiful. So the sharpness and the strength of this brings about that, like you can even like carve candles. I don't know if anyone is a candle maker, a candle carver. That specifically is coming through. I don't know. Aries. I love it though. I love it. Okay. I'm going to get ready to close out. We'll draw you 3 oracle cards to see and offer a little bit more support. Thank you as always for being my muse. If I didn't say so already, like, share, subscribe. If you're looking for a personal, all the links are in the description below. You can be my muse. Oh, and I can't remember what else. All right. Here for Aries. If there's anything else. Here we go. And I do separate them just in case. So we have here the underworld in the box. And my cat just came in the room. The cat came back the very next day. We'll take one more. I said 3, but if there's one more to be had, we will receive it. All right, Aries, we have underworld in the box, the death, the rebirth, the light. And while I can see that any sort of, that's the like forged in fire, like I'm seeing it as one of those, I don't know, forging things where you would, put in the metal and start making it and whatnot. You've been through your darkness, the dark night of the soul, whatever you want to call it. You've, slept with the worms and made friends with them and all that kind of good stuff. Then that light comes on and your shaman and agape love, space, stars, soul. There's that diamond we were talking about. There's that diamond.
Capricorn.
Hi. No, we're here for Aries, but maybe there might be a Capricorn around you. You might have Capricorn in your chart, or you might be with a Capricorn. I feel as though they're a helping hand to you, or that energy. It could even just be an earth sign if it's not Capricorn in general. Because and I will go with Capricorn feeling for a moment, is that sometimes, even that energy, like the devil, it can feel raw and dark, but it's also very deep, and it can help take you into the darker places of the earthly existence, into the underworld. Just that energy, right? Being embraced by the earth and surrounded, almost like I'm making a mold. Again, I come into that forged in fire, put you in your box like a coffin, but you have time to think there. You have time to reestablish boundaries and quiet, but you can't stay there. That's what it feels like, right? If anyone might be in some sort of mental state where you're in a box, hopefully it's proving to be not a prison, or if it feels like a prison, finding something so that you can grow out from it and shine and realize what you want to experience while you're living, and see these reflections now, and then if you're not already, and becoming more purely dominant to be a vehicle and a vessel for others to go, wow, but so peaceful. Like, dominance can be very peaceful. Anyway, hopefully you know what I meant by that. Agape love. It's all aligning. And as a reminder, I think I already took it. You have the 10 of Cups. You have the Wheel of Fortune. Aries. I look forward to exploring your ink blot and seeing further what harmonies you are creating. Receiving help as well from other elements and energies and entities that may have ideas, to carve out this symbolic handle, or add an embellishment or simplify, or maybe even create a case for this sword, stability, structure.
Fireplace.
Anyway, fireplace. We'll end there. Thank you so much for being you, Aries. Until next time.